Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Don't Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to talk about Michigan football, and we're going to talk about the quarterback issue that they kind of have going on right now. They started out the season with another quarterback that he was throwing a lot of interceptions. Davis Warren was the name. I had to look him up real quick. He was throwing a lot of interceptions. He was very not good, if I would say that. The way he played, kind of going off of Big Ten football standards, is he was what in the past we would expect out of like what Nebraska would always put out there, Minnesota and Illinois. These very average mid quarterbacks. Definitely not living up to the standards of what we saw last year with J.J. McCarthy being way up here. Now, when you watch Michigan play, they were trying to throw the ball a little bit more this year. It seemed like they were trying to air it out, and it was not working with Davis. They lost the game against Texas. Everybody, including myself, I said they were done for. But now here recently, they played against USC. I thought this game was going to be a real close battle. Michigan's defense is good. USC's defense is a lot better. They were going to slow the game down. It was going to be a low-scoring game, and it's kind of what I thought it was going to be, 27-24, I believe. But in this game, they ended up taking Davis Warren out. They said, you're done. You're not playing anymore. We're going to put Alex ORJI into this game. He's going to be the starter for this game. And he did mid, the best way I can describe it. I believe he completed 7 passes all game long, and somehow they won. And it's because they lined up and said, we are done throwing the ball. We are going back to old-fashioned. We are running the fuck out of this ball. Now, in Michigan's world, it worked. But what I want to talk about today's video is, what are they going to do with the quarterback position? Can Alex ORJI win in this game? What happens if later on in the year, the defense starts to struggle a little bit? Teams go out there and are putting up 30, 40 points a game. Because in Michigan's world, you don't want to get into the playoffs and you end up going up against, like I said, a Georgia, an Alabama, one of these big-time schools, these big dogs, and they're putting up 30, 40 points. You can't just rely on 7-minute drives, running the ball, and hoping that's going to win you the game. You're going to have to start airing the ball out, and I want to talk about the quarterback situation that they have going on right now. Now, there's a lot we got to talk about. I'm going to have an article kind of talk about the whole issue and other things on screen. So anything like that you guys see on screen, I'll have links to it down in the description below underneath where it says info. So if you want to go check it out for yourself, feel free. But I'm going to go and get straight into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, like I said, with Davis Warren, it's not that he was like the worst fucking quarterback in the world. It's just he was very just very below average. And like I said, 2 interceptions against Texas. He wasn't able to hang out there. And as you saw, their offense just could not get rolling. I believe Loveland actually was out against the game against USC, so that kind of maybe dictates why they threw the ball a little bit less in that game as well. Speaking of this game, like I said, as you can see here from the box score, Alex ORJI, he threw the ball 12 total times the entire game, 7 completions, 32 yards. Like, if you would have shown me this, I would have been like, okay, was he the backup and he went into the game at like halftime because the other quarterback got hurt or something? Or was this game just a blowout? But then you look down here, Michigan's rushing, you're like, okay, yeah, that's how they won the game. Now, one funny thing about this team is everybody talks about Donovan Edwards. He's the best running back in the nation. I think y'all need to fucking check your stats, because right now there's a lot of other quarterbacks, or running backs, around the league. Ollie Gordon, Oklahoma State. I forget the dude's name at Boise State, but he's balling out. There's a lot of great running backs out there. Donovan Edwards, he's probably not even the best running back on his own team. Hell, like I said, Khalil Mullings, he looks like he's way better than Donovan Edwards. 10 times out of 10, pretty much. Now, I guess the question for Michigan is Alex ORJI an upgrade over Davis Warren? I would say yes for this reason. He adds an element of the run game. He can run. Davis Warren, I don't think really could run that much. With Alex ORJI, if they want to go ground and pound football and they want to just say, fuck it, we're not throwing the ball anymore, receivers, just be there as a decoy 10 times out of 10. We're going to just run it down their throats all the game long. And if they can run it, if the offensive line can get the push and they can constantly run the ball, I don't see a reason why to go away from it. It's like, if you can basically tell defenses, we're running the ball. Hell, the score when they were down 24-20 and they got down the field, you could have went to USC sideline. Lincoln Riley, the head coach, said, hey, we're going to run the ball every single play. Try and stop us. And they couldn't. Now, back on September 8th, there was this article put out, and it was kind of from a Michigan Post, and they were kind of talking about Michigan's quarterback problem. And they were basically kind of talking about Sherrone Moore, how he was able to develop quarterbacks. And he said the senior Davis Warren, like I said, was going to be the starter. And so far, he was not looking good. Like I said, against Fresno State, he looked not very good. Alex ORJI was kind of coming in for like more read options. Jumbo says maybe like if they were just going to do like quarterback option runs. And I think in Michigan's eyes, they realized if they're going to be able to go back and try to compete for another national championship, they need good quarterback play. Because when you play a quarterback like a Quinn Ewers, you play a quarterback like Carson Beck, you play a quarterback like a Jalen Miller from Alabama, you play some of these dogs, Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, when you play quarterbacks that got that dog in them, and they're going to go out there and they're going to keep up with you in the score, and they're going to look at your defense and say, I don't give a fuck about your defense. I'm going to just tear you apart. You need to have a quarterback on your side of the team that says, the same exact thing to their defenses, that I don't give a fuck how good your defense is. I'm going to rip you to shreds. With JJ McCarthy, even though we all said he was not that good, somehow it seems like, looking back on it, this dude was probably the best quarterback Michigan's had in a long ass time. Now, when we compare the two quarterbacks, we have Alex ORJI and we got Davis Warren. Like I said, Davis Warren is not, I think got the starting job because, as I said, he was a senior. He's been sitting a while. I guess through the ranks, he earned the spot. But when you look at the quarterbacks that are on the roster, Davis Warren, like I said, could he have been the guy? Maybe. And I'm sure, I'm not a Michigan fan, I'm a Ohio State fan, so you're probably saying, why the fuck are you talking about your rival? When you look at these teams, or look at the quarterbacks they have on their team, Alex ORJI just seems like the best option, I guess you could say. Jaden Davis, I believe he is the freshman. He's the guy that they just got through recruiting. So if they wanted to go ahead and just say, fuck it, let's put Jaden Davis out there, they could try that. It just seems like with Alex ORJI, he's just like the most, I guess, utility-wise quarterback they have on the roster. And it actually works because, like I said, if they're just going to go ground and pound, they're just going to beat up defenses, they're going to run the ball, destroy opposing defensive lines, they're going to just move the ball down the field, keep moving the chains. If that works, they can stick with it. But the big question comes down to, what happens whenever other teams start stopping the run? You would play a team, like I said, Georgia is big on stopping the run. They can stop your run game, and they can go out there and say, we're shutting your run game down. Alex ORJI, you have to beat us now. Like, run games beat Georgia DBs. They're just waiting for you to throw the ball, and they're going to cover your receivers. Even if you're running the ball, Galen, they're going to keep on covering their receivers. Can Alex ORJI beat you in an air grade game? And we're not saying Alex ORJI needs to throw the ball 30, 40 times. We're just saying, he threw 7 or 12 times last game. Can he throw the ball 25 times and complete at least 15 of the passes? And not throw for fucking 32 yards, not even throw for just 100 yards. Can he throw for, let's say, 200 yards? Can he air the ball down the field? Because if Alex ORJI can start doing that, this team's going to be dangerous. Now, I will say about a week ago, I said Michigan was going to probably be done for the season. There is a part of me now that I look at this team and I say, okay, the fact that they beat USC shocked me. That makes me look at them as, okay, this team might be better than I thought they were. With Alex ORJI being out there, even whenever they announced Alex ORJI was going to start, I was like, okay, yeah, they're fucked. They're not winning any more games this year. Like, they'll beat the bad teams, but they're when it comes to, like I said, USC, I think they play Washington later on in the year, and I'm hoping to God, as an Ohio State fan, Ohio State can beat Michigan. I said Michigan's going to lose at least another 2 or 3 more games. But now that I look at this Michigan team, I wonder, can they beat Washington whenever they play them? Can they beat Ohio State? This Michigan team might just be one of those teams. They're playing the villain role. They are living in a world where, like I said, run the ball, great defense. They're almost being like the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NFL. And with the Pittsburgh Steelers, every single year, it's just, can the offense just don't turn the ball over, play the long game, and just beat up on your own opponent. And in the very end of the game, we're not asking for much of the quarterback. We're just asking you to go out there. Can you make the play? Just make a simple throw. Make just a little mesh route, under route to your tight end. Just make one little comeback route to your receiver. We're not asking you to do a lot. We don't want you to be the MVP. We don't want you in a college route or college setting. We don't need you to be a Heisman. Just be you, and we will win. But I guess it kind of just comes down to, is Alex ORJI just going to be him? Is he going to just be himself, make the right plays, make the right throws, run the ball, and just be simple? Because I'm pretty sure Davis Warren, he's done for the year. Maybe as the year kind of goes on, if they're playing, like I said, bad teams, maybe they put Davis Warren back out there. But I think right now they pretty much move on to Alex ORJI, and he's going to be the guy. And if Alex ORJI is the guy, now it comes down to health. If Alex ORJI is running the ball, because I believe this last game he ran the ball for 7 times. If he can stay healthy and he doesn't hurt his legs and he can keep on moving, this team's going to be dangerous. But if he gets hurt and you got to go back to Davis Warren, Godspeed with Michigan. Because I'm telling you now, Davis Warren is not going to carry you to a national championship. It's just not going to happen. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Do you think Michigan has a quarterback problem, does not have a quarterback problem? Do you think Alex ORJI, if you're a Michigan fan, do you think Alex ORJI can carry them to the playoffs and win some playoff games, maybe go back to the national championship game? Do you think Alex ORJI is not the answer to Michigan? Whatever your opinion may be, go ahead and leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. I've been more than welcome to kind of talk about you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Donald Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.